Hey y'all, welcome back to Rub Squad and the Traders. So thank you so much for tuning in today. You're here with your girl Amber.
And your boy Jay, guys, and we are back with our man Tim Sommer for Inside the Reaction to hear another 1960s protest song. We've already heard I Ain't Marching Anymore by Phil Oakes, which was awesome. I mean, the vocals and that, and then just the history lesson that our guy Tim gave us behind the whole thing. We love doing this. We love having Tim on the show. He brings so much knowledge. You guys really enjoyed it last time he was here. Guys, welcome back to Inside the Reaction with our guy, Tim Sommer.
Oh, Amber and Jay, thank you so very much for having me. And thank you so much for your subscribers for giving me such a warm welcome last time.
Oh, thank you. And again, shout out to our RSR family. You know, it's extra, you know, kind of beneficial to us whenever we bring these guests in. And our RSR family treats them so well. So RSR family, thank you guys.
We're going to talk about a song called Where Have All the Flowers Gone? Which is one of these songs that seems very light, but it's very heavy. And in many ways, maybe that makes it a true folk song. Because what's a folk song?
Oh, we like some folk too.
Yeah, it's a folk song is something that's so familiar to us, that's part of our childhood, or could be part of our childhood, that's part of our environment that we welcome into our hearts, much like we welcome you into our hearts, Jay and Amber. So thank you. Although Where Have All the Flowers Gone was written in 1955, prior to America's involvement in Vietnam and Southeast Asia, it has become one of the songs most closely identified with the anti-war movement. That's probably because it is exactly what a folk song should be. It's easy to play. It's easy to remember, and it is lyrics that are both easy to understand, yet deeply effective and deeply moving to our heart. The song's composer, Pete Seeger, he is one of the most important figures in American music in the 20th century. And that's why I'm going to say his name again, because everyone should know it and remember it, Pete Seeger. He is a troubadour who spent his life collecting and composing songs of the people, by the people, and for the people. And he played them around the world from stadiums to summer camps. And I mean that literally, from stadiums to summer camps, from the 1930s right up until his death in 2014.
1930s to 2014?
Yeah, he died in his mid-90s, and he worked until the day he died. Now, like the last song we heard, I Ain't Marching Anymore, this song says that we must ultimately take responsibility for changing our world. In the 1960s, young men did this by refusing to serve in the military, even after they had been drafted, even if that meant imprisonment, even if that meant they were going to have to flee the country. Now, as you probably know, perhaps the most famous American who refused to serve in Vietnam was Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
Why should me and other so-called Negroes go 10,000 miles away from home here in America to drop bombs and bullets on other innocent brown people who's never bothered us? And I will say directly, no, I will not go.
It's so difficult to imagine someone of Muhammad Ali's status today giving up what he gave up just for what he believed in. He gave up his heavyweight title. He risked imprisonment. In fact, imprisonment was hanging over him for 5 years until the Supreme Court cleared him finally in the 1970s. It all happened because he refused to serve in Vietnam. So this is a little bit about what this song, the background of this song. Now, Peter, Paul, and Mary and the Kings and Trio both had major chart success with this song, but I think this is a lovely version by Pete Seeger.
Okay.
Awesome. And I was going to say, the title of this sounds familiar before. And then you mentioned Peter, Paul, and Mary. I know we've done quite a few of theirs.
I think we've done this.
I've done quite a few of their songs, but I'm super excited to get into this. And yeah, no, the whole Muhammad Ali deal.
Absolutely.
I don't know too much about, during those times and, the Vietnam War, but I have heard the stories about Muhammad Ali, taking the imprisonment instead of going to fight.
Think of whatever athlete or superstar today who makes millions and millions of dollars and is at the top of their game. Would they give up everything for what they believed in? Would they give up? And one of the reasons he did what he did is he believed his people, meaning people of color, were the ones who were being indiscriminately sent to Vietnam to die.
Yeah.
And he wanted to make a statement about that.
Yeah.
No
And he
doubt
used
about
his
it.
platform to
He
do
did
so.
use his platform. Well, I'm super excited to get into this. And you said, say his name one more time. You said Pete Seeger, a name everybody
Seeger.
should know.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, we're ready to check it out, guys. Don't forget to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that post notification bell so you never miss a video. Let's check it out.
Actually, what keeps me going is when I can hear a gang of people joining in on a song. So if any song I sing tonight you want to hum along, you won't hurt my feelings if you just do so. A little harmony, too. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Girls have picked them, every one. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young girls gone? Taken husbands, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? Gone to soldiers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn?
See, this one just makes me sad. This one makes you feel that somber and like almost that heartbreak for these young men. Like obviously, both of us have family members. My grandpa, her father, and grandpa. You know, where we're fighting in the wars. Our grandpas were in the Vietnam War, and when we talk about this stuff, it makes me think about them and. You know,
That's right.
them as young men, like I can only imagine like how terrified our grandpas were having to go and fight over in the Vietnam War. And like Tim said in the video, how scared they were coming home to find that letter in the mail. Like it makes me really, really sad. It makes my heart break because, you know, these are people we love. And during those times they were struggling to, you know, hoping not to go.
I feel like this song is very sobering. I think also because maybe it is so simple in the instruments around him and how the repetition of when will they ever learn, it starts to sink a little bit deeper the more you listen to the lyrics, because it's talking about like the things that have changed because of the war. Like the young girls who were once girls are now married, and the young men who were just once young men, they're now soldiers, and obviously war changes a lot on all fronts.
During this time when a lot of the men had to go off and fight, you know, we know a lot of the women had the women
well, it shows
and
the
young
perspective
girls
of
had to step up and
what was going
That's
on
right.
at the home front, right?
Yeah.
What was going on at home? Life was still moving on while these young men were lives were completely changed. They were very young. and they're thrown into this setting that is extremely traumatizing, where they had to learn how to be these heroes very, very quickly.
They had to farm. They had to work in manufacturing companies.
That's right. And I think one of the things you're responding to is this is a perfect folk song because it sounds like it's been with us. It sounds like it must have been written 1,000 years ago.
Ancient,
it sounds like something that's been with us our whole life. And that's a perfect definition of a folk song.
Like you would just need the banjo. And then if you heard it once, when you would hear it around a campfire again, you would know that chorus. When will they ever learn? It's something that you hear and it kind of sticks with you.
It reminds me a lot of that song we did for Memorial Day by the Staff Sergeant. You know, remember what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, the Green Berets.
Yeah,
Battle of the Green Berets.
Battle of the Green Berets.
These are men, America's best. 100 men will test today, but only 3 win the Green Beret.
It's giving me like that same type of slow, very easy listening, and somber feeling type of song. No, I like you mentioned, I love, and I think it's a big impact. It's just the simplicity, just him up there with his banjo. Let's get back.
Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the soldiers gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time passing. Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time ago. Where have all the graveyards gone? Covered with flowers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn?
That was beautiful. Especially like how he kind of just faded it out right there at the end.
Yeah.
And how we kind of the perspective went from the women and children at home to the young men fighting to then when we got to the graveyards. I feel like when it felt sobering and somber, I feel like when he's talked about the graveyards at the end, I think that's when it all, the true weight of it like hits you, and it's definitely hits your heart.
No doubt.
I want to say something interesting, which is that, well, two interesting things. The first is, I don't know if it's this specific banjo, but on one of Pete Seeger's banjos, he had written the phrase by which he meant that songs, art, folk songs, the ability to speak out, had the power to kill oppression. And I don't want to sound too dramatic, but it seems to me that today, what you guys do, what we can do through platforms like YouTube, you're using YouTube, you're using your abilities to reach out to people and tell a positive story, to encourage people to say you can change your world in a positive way. Yeah. And I want to thank you for that. And I think that's worth noting. That's what Pete Seeger did here.
Thank you. We try to make the world a better place, literally one smile at a time. That's all you do is make this one person smile. That can be the littlest compliment.
Well, I feel like that's perhaps why I fell in love with the music from the 60s and 70s so much.
Yeah.
I think like this part of me that was hoping and wishing for like this beautiful world, I think I kind of found that when I found the music, because there was so much happening during that time, like so so much beauty and so much people uniting. Yet, even though it was a time of turmoil, I felt like you saw that music was so much bigger at that time. I feel like you saw that it was something that was connecting people from across the world, from different races, from different demographics, from all different walks of life, and that's why when you go and I look in the comments, and I love it so much because there's people from different parts that are living different lives, and it's so beautiful, and I feel like that's what music is, and music like this, like what he's singing here, that's why it's so important, because you can connect and you can heal.
Speaking of across races and cultures, really probably my all-time favorite version of this song is actually by Earth, Wind and Fire.
With the banjo and that Earth, Wind, and Fire, that's big, that's bold. I would love to see the difference.
No doubt. Well, Tim, thank you so much again for coming and hanging out with us.
What a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure to have you, and you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you so much.
But as we always send you guys out of here, we love you, we thank you, we appreciate you. And remember, every single day that you guys wake up, it is a blessing, and that you are blessed. And for your new family members to hit that subscribe button down below, we welcome y'all to the RSR family, but y'all have a goal every single day, just like we all do. Let them know, Mom.
All right, guys, it has always been important, and it will always be important. So if you can, go out in this world, put your best foot forward, spread light, spread love, and just try to make somebody smile.
We love you guys. Till next time, we'll see y'all later.
Bye-bye.
Where have all the flowers gone? Girls have picked them, every one.